Hello.
Hi.
It's possible a couple people haven't picked theirs up
Picked
yet.
it up in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That
good.
doesn't add up.
Right? Remember we were having that?
I know math, and that's not good math. I find that to be so
Oh,
confusing.
I know. I liked it before they changed it. I
Yes.
think the
So
problem is we just don't do things that way.
we're discussing the inventory of that fun new rotary cutter
Yes.
from Famore, and we
been
sold out of our original
Yeah.
order, and I've got more coming in. So I was adding them to the inventory, and it had a weird number. So that was to catch you up on what the heck we were talking about.
Right.
So, hi everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. There is some really great stuff that has been recently released from OESD. So, I mean, everything they release is great.
Right.
But this time of year, there's just a little extra something going on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's because
they do this holiday collection. They call it something a little bit different
Each
every
year.
This year it is Christmas Cheer, and
I really like this
it's
year's projects.
it's funny because there's a lot of pink in this year's Christmas
There is.
stuff.
I didn't say I'd actually use the pink, but
Right,
I like the
right.
projects.
And I feel like it's a little more retro. Like it's
Little
kind
bit.
of like maybe a throwback to when we were kids, and
Yeah.
maybe like the 80s. Like I kind of feel it's like a little bit of an 80s.
It's got a little bit of vibe going on.
Yeah, which
Yep.
is completely different. It's not quite modern. Everything's been really modern for a little while.
Fair.
And
very fair.
yeah. So the OESD Holiday Special every year is essentially if you spend $59 on anything that is OESD in the month of September, October, and November, you get a free design CD.
So to clarify, it has to be in one purchase.
Yes.
And you could do it 3 times.
Yes.
Because there's actually 3 different bonuses.
Right.
So there's one that's been released for each month.
Yes.
Or will be. We haven't approached November yet. There'll be a different one than what is currently in September's was September's, but it is now October. So we were like, maybe a lot of people don't know about this. We should probably talk about it because it's a really neat thing.
It is really cool.
This is one of the free pieces. And how much does that one cost?
It's $59.99, so 99 cents more.
If you want to buy this, you can buy it.
Right.
Or you could buy other stuff for the basically same price and get it for free.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just a no-brainer.
I know.
You buy a different design, it's like buy one, get one.
Right.
Or whatever that happens to be. So,
and they have also started doing a new thing, which I think is kind of cool. They have a QR code on the back of it, which if you scan that, like while you're looking at the designs, it'll show you like the thread chart.
Okay.
So you can see what threads and things like or other stabilizers you might need right there without like going, oh God, how do I look that up?
Am I going to have everything I need? Do I need to pick anything else up while I'm here?
Right.
Or, do I need to order something? Or
Exactly.
Oh, wait, no, I have that.
Right. And there are 15 designs in both of these so far. So 15 different card designs and 15 different ornaments.
So the card was September's.
September, yes. The wonderful thing about coming into the shop, though, is like if you were like, I really like the cards, even though it is October, you could still get the card one.
Yeah, you can pick if you come in.
Right.
Where if you do order online, which you can, you can use our affiliate link or whatever, and you can go right to the OESD.
Yes.
And when you fill your cart with that dollar amount, it will automatically give you the free one, but it'll give you the free one for the month that we're currently in.
Right.
Coming in store, you do have the ability to say, hey, I like that one, but I like the other one better. Could I get that?
Right. And I did not get to the coupon code today. So later on today, tomorrow, if you buy $59 worth of OESD stuff in our cart and in your cart and you put one of these in your cart, you will get it. You will be able to get one for free. It will automatically make that $0.
Okay.
It is not like that currently. So if you spend money in there, just put a little note in there.
Put a note in your order.
That you want
bonus
cards
CD,
or
card or ornament. Yeah, we'll show you the ornament
and
here
we'll
in a
make
second.
sure that gets handled. So we will definitely not forget about you. So it's in the to-do list, and it just didn't make to the done to-do list.
It's been a couple of days around
here. We have been really busy,
which
is not a
great.
complaint.
We're not complaining.
No.
But the list is still just as long as it was at the beginning of the list at the week because we haven't been able to check anything off of there. We've been
Right, I just barely got the email out like
As
less
you
than an
noticed,
hour
it
ago.
was like an hour, like 1:30 or something like that, or so, I don't even know.
Oh,
if
it was like 2:30.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was barely an hour ago.
But you get it. You guys followed what we were doing. So we do have the month planned out, which
Yeah.
I won't be here for one of those Wednesdays, so I'll spock in.
Yep.
And
we're gonna talk
and
about
I'll
needles.
let her do the heavy work.
Yep. I'll poke you guys with some needles.
As I say, you could maybe entice someone to sit next to you, but not if you're going to threaten to poke them with needles. That probably won't help you find someone to sit here.
But it's kind of all about the holiday sewing. So we have fun designs for you, and we're going to show you a bunch of different things. And then we also have like some maintenance and needles and
this is the time of year a lot of us are very heavily, if we've taken the rest of like the summer off, this is where we're like, okay, I got to start stitching.
Right.
We've got Halloween costumes maybe from a sewing capacity, whether you're grandma, mom, aunt, whatever.
Right.
You know, maybe you were asked to make so-and-so's costume. Costumes can be very hard on your machines. So we're going to talk about some machine maintenance.
Yep.
We're going to talk about needles. We're going to talk about bobbins and bobbin cases.
And spool caps.
And spool caps and all the right times to use what and all of those things. So that's kind of the plan.
Yep.
And I'm missing something.
Then we're going to talk about the other gifts that you can get, the holiday gift guide from Brother.
So that'll be at the end of the month because that begins at the end of the month. So the 30th is Wednesday.
Yep.
The 31st is Thursday, and the holiday gift guide actually begins
on Halloween.
On Halloween this year, which is very early. So a little interesting on that.
Yeah. And Halloween is in the middle of the week. It happens all the time.
It does.
But yeah, it's a good day to start.
Yep.
A fun
I'm so sorry.
thing.
Excuse
That's
me.
all right.
That came out of nowhere.
I think if you come in to buy a sewing machine and you wear a costume, we'll give you something special.
Something.
Yeah, but you have to be in a costume. It can't just be like your pajamas.
Can't be a mask.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You can't come in as like a COVID patient.
COVID survivor. Here's my best. That's not a costume.
No, something
That's
creative.
Just reality.
But yeah.
All right. So this week is all about the OESD their holiday celebration and how they do things.
Right.
So this is not new. They, like Sarah was saying, they do this every year. They call it something slightly different.
Right.
And of course the designs are not the same every year, but the concept behind it, buy this, get this, that is there. So that part hasn't really changed. And they haven't raised that dollar amount, which, you'd kind of think they would, but they haven't yet. So
no, I think it's been that dollar amount since at least 10 or 15 years, because this is not a new,
which
really
I mean, you guys all know, everything prices have gone up.
Right.
So it's nice that they haven't, you have to spend $100 to get,
right.
They haven't done that.
I think it used to be more. I feel like because
I feel like
embroidery design packs used to be like $79 to $99. So it actually used to be more as opposed to less.
Yep.
So, I mean.
So it's really, it's a little bit of a different take on change.
Yeah.
It's just a nice take on change.
Right. This is not like the, you don't get a smaller amount for less money. Like,
no.
At those bags of potato chips are definitely getting smaller.
I know.
The price is going up.
My husband bought the little, like, lunch pack size little Pringles.
Yeah.
Not the tube, but like just the little ones. I don't even think there's 10 chips in there.
Know, it's
and I was like,
what?
I mean, the packaging alone cost them a flippin' fortune.
Right.
And it's like, you could have put at least 12 in there, maybe 15 or something, because holy crow. It definitely doesn't have a lot in those.
No.
Yeah, any of those little sample size of it,
right.
Just nothing in there. But,
right.
But this has not changed in that way. So this is a great, great program, which is why we thought we would share it with you.
Yeah, and also so many different design packs are coming. We have just a small fraction of some of the new stuff that's coming in. We do have, like, these are physical copies with USB sticks in them. You can get
it digital.
You can get digital, yes. We do have that designs on
demand. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
You can basically, if you go onto the OESD, we keep saying this, if you go onto the OESD website and you see something that you want, you can literally just call me on the phone and we can
don't
get
call me,
that
call her.
Taken care of right over the phone, and it will instantly go to your email or Lisa's email. We'll send them all to Lisa so she knows how busy we are. I don't want her to think I'm slacking on the job.
I totally know she's like,
no.
No, you have put up a wall between us.
I did.
I wouldn't know. You could be napping over there and I wouldn't know now.
Right? Right? If you hear me snoring, you'll know.
Kick you underneath the table.
It's a long reach.
Just push the table and wake you right up, wouldn't it?
Right.
So, to clarify, we both got a second monitor for our desks to help us visualize all of the things that we have going on in our lives a little bit better.
Right.
And we might not have bought in tiny ones. We might have 27-inch
monitors.
So there's this big monitor that,
Yeah.
You guys ever watched Home Improvement? You know, you can only see the neighbor's eyes coming over the fence. It's kind of like what it is now.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Except I have to even do this to see just your eyes.
I know, right? I got to look really hard. But I had like 12 windows open on my screen today, and I could find all of them.
And I was like, wow, she's got a lot going on over here. So yes, we're always trying to make ourselves more productive.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the free things first. So we did not make any of September's cards.
Right.
Not because we didn't like them. We just didn't get there.
Didn't get there yet.
But they are absolutely darling. I like embroidered cards.
Right.
I like made cards. Got a card class coming up if anybody's wondering.
Right.
But it's not embroidery. It's scanning gun. But these are darling. So there's like some freestanding lace and things. You have the card design, and then you have a 3D item that you're adding to it. So there's some embellishment that we're adding there. They're just very, very cute. Some applique work and things in there. So really, really great.
Yeah.
And again, you do have the ability to choose that.
I want to show that. Oh, nice, Claire.
Yeah, let's see.
Look at how adorable that reindeer is.
Yeah, look at that guy. He's so cute.
It's just too cute.
And then a cute little Santa, Merry Magic. And again, this is lace. And so you would stitch the lace and then attach it to the card.
And that matches the ornament designs.
It does match the ornament designs that are coming. And then again, here's some more ornaments. And look at the little leaves at the top. Those are actually lace. So again, there's some really great, simple, but yet little details in there that really make these pop.
And what size hoop do we need for that? I think the designs are on the sizes are on the
So 5x7 will make all of those work.
Yep. So almost
everything can be made. So let's see if I can. We had a wreath.
Oh, look at how that old
little kitty
cat.
And then the reindeer.
The
snowman.
La 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 la.
Something jolly.
Holly Jolly, I think. Maybe.
I am having some hard time with my eyes right now. I'm struggling. Ornaments. Another ornament here. That's really cute. I like that one. Some gifts. There's that one we saw on the front. Another ornament. Fa la la. Snowflakes. Oops, I missed. Sorry. Trying to actually
watch. That's that QR code.
There's that QR code. See, I just wanted you to see that. And a cute little ho, 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 again, with ornaments in there. So there might be a little bit of an ornament theme going on.
Right. If you are a Nancy Halverson fan, a couple years ago, she had a collection that reminded me very much of this. So it might look familiar to some of you all.
And then this is October's. Let's see if I can, there's kind of the bulk of it.
Yep.
So these are applique freestanding.
Yes.
And so a little bit of lace bits and either the dangle or the ornament top kind of thing. So there's different pieces that you can add there. But again, there are multiple different ornament options. Some of them have a piece on the inside. Some of them have something that's coming off the bottom. So very cute little guys in there. And we don't have the ornament top on. So close. Hayden almost got this done before he left. So that is the actual ornament top that you use with their little loop hook and eye type closure there. So that would just attach onto that. But These have fabric in them and whatnot, so they're nice and sturdy. They're not wimpy by any stretch. And you got some beautiful detail stitching in there.
Right.
You can totally alter how these look with metallic threads, special fabrics. You know, you could use Christmas fabric in there instead of solids if you wanted.
Right.
So many different options if that's, so again, this is this month's free CD. But if you do order in store, we do have the ability to substitute the cards in if you chose to go that route. Whichever way you would like to go.
And there is a third one, a third free CD, which is next month. I totally cannot remember what it is. Do you remember what it is?
No, but that big flag thing will tell you on the bottom of it, but I don't remember what it is.
I wonder if...
I can pop over here.
You pop over and look. So there is a, next month is also another one, and I feel like... it won't be on that one.
No, I thought maybe it would be, but.
It's probably because I was in it on the other.
That might be.
Yep.
All right. Maybe in here?
I think shop resources.
Yep, that one. Top, wasn't it?
Go scroll down. New releases.
That's where it was at the top of.
Yep.
All right.
It's there, yeah.
There's the cards.
Yep.
There's the ornament.
Right. That's it.
There we go.
It's there's like a snowman in it, right?
Snowman and a reindeer. It's the only photo on there. Super helpful. That looks more like traditional embroidery.
Yeah.
But like a winter type scene anyways on this one, a snowman.
Yep. So there is a third one. I kind of feel like it kind of combines the elements from both. There's going to be like the snowman and the reindeer and
oh, Christmas tree with, oh, that one's cute.
Yeah,
Silent Night, Holy Night. Looks kind of like an ornament with a bow on top.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's just, do you want to share your screen real quick?
You can do that.
Yeah, we have the ability to do that.
This one? Where to go? Guess you have to click it, huh?
Probably.
Scary things.
Here we go.
All right, so let's go back to, nope, not that one. That one.
Yeah.
So here are, so there's that adorable Christmas tree, Silent Night, Holy Night, Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree in the shape, jingle bells in the shape of a bell, very Merry Christmas to you, Let It Snow. Here's the one that was in the picture originally with the snowman. So this was the same design that was in the card, and the reindeer looks also the same.
Yep.
Similar. So you have, but these are going to be larger sizes.
Yep.
Than your card, your 5x7, I would imagine.
Yes, and probably not applique. These look like they're filled designs.
They are stitches, yes. Yep. So very, very cute. These are not all in the cards, just FYI, but some of them are.
Yep.
But look at that kitty.
I know, he's adorable.
Look at the little kitty
and the kitty
wreath.
sleeping, yeah.
So cute, and a really adorable Santa Claus there too. So that is the third set of free design options. Can you get all three? Yeah. How do you do that?
You spend $59 each month.
3 different times.
Or 3 different times. Yes.
Just 3 different checkouts. So yes, we would be able to get you those whenever you needed. Yeah, we're super excited about this year's version of what we have Absolutely.
It's definitely going to be a lot of fun. I know, it's coming.
Yeah, they haven't got much else up there, though.
No.
Maybe they'd have more, but I think I've already clicked on all of that.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So all right. So that is the free options.
Yes.
So what are some of the things that you could maybe make to get your free options?
Well, let's see. You got a bunch of stuff over here.
I do have a bunch of stuff. Where do you want to start?
Any place. So we have stockings. So there's actually 2 different stocking tiling scenes coming up. So the Donna Gelsinger is coming.
You can see the little
first
stitch lines in there. So this is put together. Oh, wow, that glare. We got to do something with that. This is put together just like a tiling scene is put together.
Right. Right. And then do you want to maybe, is the other camera better for this one? Maybe. So this is from the second tiling scene that is coming up next month. And this one is like a little more like
cutesier.
Yeah.
It's applique.
Whimsical.
Whimsical, not kind of the stockings that you buy that are the cross stitch kind of things.
Yeah.
That's kind of more in line with the other. This one is a little bit, like I said, more applique, a little bit more whimsical.
Yeah.
Very different in the stitch aspects.
Yes.
So I know that Tucker was working on this one too. So this is the CD that we have here. You actually get 2 different options. You get the Santa, oh my God, the Santa or the poinsettia options when you purchase the stocking tiled scene.
That one is, flip that over so we can see what price it is, like $35?
That one is not expensive. It is only $34.99.
Yep.
And again, you get both of those. So these are like 2 mini tiling scenes, just happen to be in the shape of stockings.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, if you have been, like if you're like, oh, a stocking is really cute, and I've really been meaning to try a tiling scene,
this is a great way
to like dip your toe.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the same way. So here is the seam line. This is still a tiling scene, so it's done the same aspects. And then the instructions to finish out everything are all, so the whole thing. It's not just the embroidery. You get the pattern to actually finish everything
Right, and
out.
it is lined inside.
Yep, it's got a lining and everything in there.
Right.
And I didn't hear her grumbling or anything making this.
No.
So, super cute. Absolutely adorable. And lots of fun. So very great Christmas option. And like you said, it's a great way to try out tiling without having to jump in the deep end with, a 32 panel or whatever they happen to be.
Right.
Because that can be kind of overwhelming.
It definitely can. And the other cool thing about it is, like this was Tucker's first tiling scene.
Yep.
Hayden is working on the Headless Horseman version. And so now we have all done a tiling scene. And it's really interesting to talk to everybody because everybody has done things just a teeny tiny bit differently. I was talking to Hayden yesterday, and he was doing his tiling scene, and after he pressed, this was a great idea. He pressed his seam a little bit,
I don't know if you want
and then.
Can we see that at all?
Oh, there you go.
This is where he's at.
Yep.
He sent me this picture. I was like, look at how productive you are. That's fantastic.
So
he's working on,
I love this one. When
he was
sewing his tilings together, he spritzed them a little bit, pressed them down, and then put a clapper on top of it.
Okay.
So he is like, my seams are so flat. There is no bulk in there. I was like, that was a really good idea.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely great idea.
That is the hardest thing.
Yes.
Is getting your seam flat.
Yes.
So you don't have a lot of.
Yeah, because that's where that happens.
It can be very difficult, because you're putting so much stabilizer and things in there to keep the support for the stitches.
Exactly.
Then you have to combat that all later when you're going to sew it all together.
Right.
So this was.
Yep. So he's
where
just
he's
got.
at. So you can see he's got this row and this row sewn together, and then he's got these all stitched. He just needs to finish sewing and then sew those 4 rows together.
Yep. Yeah.
So he's doing a great job.
Yeah. Like I said, I definitely think it's really interesting to see how we all take the instructions and then sort of
manipulate
them. It is. It's kind of like we all have our own little recipe for getting it. But I was like, that was a brilliant idea. And, you know, I'm kind of sad I didn't think of it.
Go Hayden.
Go Hayden. Yeah.
We'll have him teach the next tiling class.
Right. And then.
So this is, Tucker's actually working on this one because she really liked it.
She's probably working on it right now.
She's probably working on it right now. She's on vacation this week, and she was going to try to work on some of these. So these are hummingbirds. It is called Spring Hummingbirds by that same lady, man. She's just been rocking it.
Busy.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So this, you do get the instructions to do them separately like this, or you can combine it as one large piece. This is the first one that does not, the largest tile is larger than a 5x7.
Yes.
This is the first time I've seen that in a tiling scene. Everything else has fit in a 5x7 before.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can do it as one large tile, like you can kind of see there.
Yep.
Or you can do it with the 3 panels. That gives you a little bit more of a Japanese Asian vibe to it.
Yeah.
So I've done this with something else, and I really liked how it turned out. I did the cherry blossoms like this, and I absolutely loved it. So she was like, "What should I do?" I'm like, "You should totally do the panels."
Yes.
It's so cool. So she's gonna finish hers out to look like that too.
Yeah.
So that one is another, and this particular piece is $49.95 for the hummingbird tile scene. So, what?
I texted her and I said, "We're talking about you on our live today. Hope you're having fun."
So here's a couple other. Here's a couple other. We did have a Thomas Kincaid scene last year. That we have the sample. That was the one that I finished.
Yep.
And this is a new Thomas Kincaid. It's called Midnight Delivery. We've got Santa up on the roof, and a nice little sled.
And Karen is currently working on that
Karen
sample.
is working on that one for us, so that we'll get that there. She's also very good with tile scenes. She's got like, what, 20 plus under her belt, I think.
She absolutely does.
So she's definitely got her own system, and she uses clapper?
No, I don't think so.
No, she uses a wood block and a mallet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what she uses.
I think she pounds those down with a wood. So, you know, we all have our ways.
Yep.
I probably needed to spend more time on mine, but I was running out and I was trying to get it done. So it got a little rushed, but it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a new Thomas Kincaid guy coming out, and is available.
Yep.
This tile scene is also $49.99, and then this one's
wildly popular.
It is, and it's very different.
Yes.
Than anything we've seen from a tile scene before.
Yep.
Most of them are very realistic. You know, they look more like a picture.
Yeah.
Where this one is definitely got its own vibe going on, but it's so cute.
Yeah, a laurel birch.
And it's definitely been very, very popular. So this is also done as a tiling scene, and this one is only $34.99. There is some 3D aspects to that. If you wanted to add in some flowers and things, you can add those. It's a little bit smaller, and these are, again, going to be just outside of
5x7.
Your 5x7. Yep. This one does not. So
yeah, I think the smaller ones, because they're trying to make them like the size.
You make less, a little bit bigger square, but less of them.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit farther. So those are some of the new tiling scenes that are coming up. The freestanding houses or buildings, whatever you want to call them, have been something that OESD has done and done very well for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And there is definitely some great things out there.
I think I saw one of my designs, one of the first ones that I have from there in their 3D from 2008.
Do we want to try this one? Or do we want to do this one?
Maybe that camera.
Okay.
Yeah, you can really see the height.
So, yeah, here's my hand. It's a 3-story crooked house there. The detail on here is just great.
Yeah.
There is a lot of stitching. This is using the Luxe vinyl. So this is not metallic thread in here. This is the shimmer from that Luxe vinyl in there. So it looks like we did a lot more work I say we made the front little.
Yeah, we made one piece.
I think we did the top portion.
Yeah, and then
I'm like, hey, Carolyn, you want to finish this? And Carolyn stitched this like a year ago.
Yeah.
We had all the pieces done. And then Hayden actually just put this together last week. It's been laying around for a little while unfinished. So Hayden took all of Carolyn's hard work and made a house of it. So darling. And so there's definitely it's got that stiffer oomph to that, so that it can stand literally on its own. And you get the height and the dimensions. So they have entire like cities.
Oh, it's a Christmas. They have like a Christmas village, and now they have like a Halloween village. But I mean, like I said, this spans for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
In time, and usually around Christmas, they usually do like a really great special. Like if you want to get in on all of them, they have like a holiday bundle.
All right. So here we have the freestanding flower shop. All right, that would be like your Christmas village.
Yep.
Or you can go with the freestanding flower shop of horrors.
Yes.
And that is, of course, I'm sorry, that glare is absolutely obnoxious. Let's try that. There we go.
And you can definitely take any of the Christmas villages and change up the fabric and get a different look.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one, the flower one, has some different pieces on it that make it a little bit different, so that you don't get on the traditional.
Right.
So they're both a flower shop, but they are slightly different shaped.
Yes.
In this instance, it's not just the same.
The pitch of the roof is very different. You have a much tighter pitch on the Shop of Horrors than you do on the standard. This looks more like a standard house and so on and so forth. So
they're slippery little booger.
I am having a really rough week. So there's the standard. I think if I tip them backwards, the glare off the light doesn't hit them.
Yep.
So.
And those are how much?
These are both $29, and there's actually a different coloring. So you can kind of see the pieces a little bit different. That's the standard flower shop, and then this is the flower shop of horrors. They are both $29.95, and absolutely darling. So largest design for this one here, you do need bigger than a 5x7. This one doesn't say, so I'm guessing it probably fits in but I could be wrong too.
Yep, I think so.
So freestanding, anything that is lace, they do a brilliant job with.
Yeah.
We don't have anything, I don't think, that's just lace. No. Here's a couple other freestanding things will pop up, since that seems like maybe the next way to go here. Not lace, but lace-esque.
Yeah.
This one is called the Freestanding Halloween Lantern. And is that decent?
Yep.
Okay. So you've got the centerpieces that are lace. You do have some fabric. It looks like Luxe vinyl, building the structure itself to give it the stability that you would need to keep everything up there. But you do actually have some lace parts that would be to finish that out.
Yep.
Those look like the same pictures, but a little bit different angles.
Yeah.
So, and this guy is, again, $29.95. So you could pick up a couple different ones of these to cover your $59 if that seemed to be your guy. I love these. I really want to make one. I just haven't gotten the time to do it. I just really, really like these. These are made out of felt. And then they have some applique leaves and items on there. The actual 3D leaf coming off the top and whatnot, I think is still, that looks a little lace.
Yeah, I think the stems are all lace.
You've got applique pieces going in there. There's 3 different sizes. You could, of course, choose any color for any of those. You could go more traditional orange. I mean, you can mix and match and whatnot, but I just love the simplicity of these. And
they've been doing a different pumpkin one every year for like the past 4 or 5 years.
And this one is, again, $29.95. So again, if your freestanding is kind of your jam,
Yep.
you got lots of options, lots of new options that you could bring in, and those would, a couple of those would cover your
absolutely
your freebie.
And we're gonna start popping in some of those links so that if you are watching this later, you can actually click on some of those. And we also have the Primitive Autumn applique. This is super adorable. And I'm gonna pop this over here. I'm good. So check out these designs. So if you've ever done like wool applique, that is exactly what this reminds me of. They're using some felt, but it's really, really fun. That is the Primitive applique pattern. And that one is, again, $29.99. There's kind of a theme going here for the $29.95 thing. So those are a bunch of the stuff that is coming up.
Sorry.
You can move that closer to you. We're not using that camera now.
I just was not paying attention to how far it was.
But yeah, so we're really excited to have all of these fun new OESD products and projects coming up. They just keep reinventing their self.
Where did it go? I just put that in there. There we go.
And there you go. Some of those links are popping up. So that is the freestanding flower shop. It'll take us a minute to get these because it's not.
It doesn't go super quick.
Super duper. No. But there's some other designs coming up that we don't have the CDs for that will be available. There is a Steamboat Willie. So that became non-copyrighted. And so OESD was free to make those designs. So they are coming up and that is going to be really cute. We don't have that one yet here, so you can't quite get it. But we do get the USB things here. We do get them a tad bit early. So some of these might not be available online yet, but we do have them for sale, like physical media that you can pick up in the store, or we can ship it to you, either or. And then if you're really far away and you're like, I don't want you to ship anything, you can always shop through our affiliate link, or you can give us a call
and we can do the
the designs on demand digitally. And it's pretty easy for us to deliver that to you. If you already have an OESD account, it will pop up and magically appear in there. Or we can also email it to you, and or both. So we can email it to you immediately, and then it will appear in your OESD account later. So we have lots of options. I know some of our customers, they don't always love to shop online, but they want to get all the different things. And this is one of those ways that we can help you. And by doing the designs on demand, again, OESD is running all kinds of fun holiday specials between now and the end of the year. We are able to honor those prices because they make it super easy for us. So we're super excited about that. Someone asked if we had done the castle yet. We have not done the castle. We definitely have a lot of OESD things on our to-do list. One of the great things about being so busy is that we're busy. One of the bad things is that the busier are, the less things that we actually get done during a day. Yeah. And so far, we have not figured out how to clone ourselves.
I will say that our friends that work here are enjoying all of the stitch time that we're giving them.
Yes.
Because we're like, we need these samples made and we can't get there. Can you do that? And they're like, yeah, I'll stitch.
Yeah,
totally.
Exactly.
You know, usually we joke around that working here, you do not really get to make things. They're actually getting to sew right now.
Right. And I would also say, like, if you're an OESD fan and you've been collecting the stuff, we do have that show coming up. And, you know, if you really, really, really love one of these things, talk to us about it, because maybe we can work out a deal. You make us a sample, we can get you a design.
We can totally talk. We can totally talk, guys. Absolutely.
Because we are definitely always looking for, you know, help sometimes making that stuff because it's there's just not enough time.
There is not enough hours in the day.
So
and, I'll just do that at home. Yeah. By the time I get home and eat and then clean up dinner, and I'm like, not happening.
Yeah, Jane says, yeah, it's taking you a hot minute to finish that castle. They do definitely take time. There is, and if it's been a while since you made an OESD freestanding lace village piece, they have definitely changed the way that they do it. So it is completely different now if you like read instructions from, you know, like 10 years ago versus how they're writing them today. They have come so far. The materials that we have are just completely different now that we didn't have at our disposal back then. So it's definitely nicer to be able to do things. And I think they also, one of the great things about them is they really do learn from
past
things, right? Like the complaints that people talk about.
Oh, this was so hard. Why did you do it like that?
Right.
Then they don't do that again.
Right. They're constantly trying to reinvent the design
for sure.
process, which is really, really great. If you have been doing like Kimberbell designs or you were a big Anita Good design person, one of the things that I always say is that each individual person or company that writes patterns kind of speaks their own language. It's kind of like, you know, we're all doing machine embroidery, but we all write the directions just a little bit differently.
Right, because we all think a little different.
Because we think a little bit differently. Yep. And one of the things...
most of them.
Yes, great. One of the cool things about it is that it does give you an opportunity to try different types of things that maybe you don't do all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun.
It is. I'm not going to lie, I miss stitching.
I know, right?
I haven't had as much time to play as we had this conversation not that long ago, and we haven't, neither of us, yours partially because your room has been in it's just a bit of a hot mess for the last little bit.
Yep.
But you're getting there.
Yes, I am there. I can see the tables.
And I cleaned my my cabinet, like, my leaf was empty till I took a bunch of stuff and dumped it on there yesterday, but it was completely cleared off, and you got to stop and do that every now and then. Otherwise, you just like, I can't work in here.
So much. Yeah. I have a couple RV projects that I need to work on. We decided we have shades in the RV, but you know, they bounce. And they make so much noise. And we have tried every type of like Velcro glue to keep like the Velcro down. And it just does not work. And so I said, let's screw it. Let's just put some curtain rods up. And we got some curtains. Yeah, because then it'll be easy. We can open it. But we also wanted to put some in front of like the car, or like behind the
seats to block the section off in the back.
Yeah, because of course all of the sun and the heat comes through those windows, so that will help. But we found, you know how when you're not looking for the product, you find it when you are looking for it. So like a month after we got back from Tennessee. We were at Sam's Club and we found the perfect shade of gray in like the light blocking curtains. And I'm like, well, let's just buy them all and then we'll have plenty. But of course, they're never the right length. So I have to trim them down.
Do you have to hem?
I have to hem them.
How would you ever learn how to do that?
I know, it's too bad I don't know anybody who can teach me that.
You could watch our video from like 2 weeks ago.
I'm going to have to watch the video, yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely... a lot of projects. It just depends on how you're approaching it and what your goal is, you know. But these are, I won't say uninvolved because there's, you know, steps for any of these, but the finished project I've liked OESD ever since we started really looking at. I've really liked their things. But the more I see of it, the more I mean, they're just so well done.
Right.
I have never sat down and went, what the heck happened here?
Right.
which has definitely happened in other projects before. You know, they don't release it until it's 100%.
Yeah.
You know, not knocking anything, but I mean, I used to have to call like Need a Good Design and say, these instructions are like for the wrong thing.
Right.
This doesn't seem right. And they're, oh, well, thanks for letting us know. And then they fix it, you know. But I haven't run into that with OESD. Their directions are different. So, you know, when you're used to one thing, it is a little different to read them, but they're very, very clear. Yeah. I don't mean to say that they're bad. They're just different than other people's. But they're very, very good designs. Yes. I never worry about stitching out anything from OESD.
No. And it's really weird because, you know, I stitched out mostly OESD designs, and you know, they give you a picture of the design, and then there's like a little color chart next to it. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it has the color number in it. I never knew what the color, it didn't necessarily tell me what it was for.
Just but I just knew to put in number that was
the color.
Here.
And I remember when I did my first Kimberbell design, and it was like, where's the colors?
Where's the color number? You know, so I mean, again, it's not like there's a right or a wrong. It's just different people write very different directions. And it can be a little whiplashy, like going from one to the other until you kind of get that feel. Oh, this is how these work, and this is how this one works. Yeah, it can be fun.
It can definitely be fun, but yeah, totally worth it.
Absolutely, you know, coming from other designers first.
Yes.
Their directions are different, but they're very clear.
Yep.
And they, like I said, the actual designs themselves, I have never had not work the way they're supposed to.
No.
I will say, if there's applique,
they do applique different.
They do applique a little bit different, and they are almost always assuming you're going to pre-cut whatever your applique is, where a Need a Good or Kimberbell or whatnot. They give you the files, but they don't assume that you're doing that. They're assuming you're going to cut in the hoop.
Yep.
It is different.
Yes.
So, you know, when you're doing a freestanding pumpkin and these leaves, they're not giving you all of the lines, like here's your placement, here's your trim, here, you know, they're giving you the placement to then slap your fabric already in that's been pre-cut.
Yep.
Does that mean that you can't trim in the hoop?
No. You just got to back up.
You just have to back up and repeat that placement line stitch. Yep. But until you know that, you're like, what
going
am
I supposed to do now?
Something's not right here.
Yeah, and I still think it's interesting because they're one of the only companies that still has like a PDF file, assuming that you're going to trace on
trim.
fusible web and cut out yourself. You know, a lot of companies have they just give you SVGs
now.
And you don't have any other options. So it is definitely interesting to see like the...
But again, very clear directions, but there is an assumption of a pre-cut versus a cut in the hoop.
And it does say that in the instructions.
It does, absolutely.
It's kind of like that skimming thing, right? Sometimes we look at the pictures.
We assume we know what it says.
Sometimes we read the words. We don't always do both.
And we always assume we know what it said before we've read it. And even after we've read it, maybe we only have read it.
And we're like, what?
That I do clearly remember the first time I did an applique OESD. I was like, I missed something. Let's go back and read those directions, because I just assumed I knew what I was doing. Because I don't always read directions.
Right.
I mean, I do have the assumption I kind of know what I'm doing at this point in my life. And I sat down and I had no clue what I was doing.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I can do that. Okay. But yeah, it was a little different.
Yep. Yeah, totally. And like exactly the same opposite. My very first Kimberbell design, they were feet. I remember very vividly. It was like a bunch of different feet that I was doing. It was like
bunny feet kind of thing, or?
Like witches' feet. Gotcha. and different. And I was like, why is there? Okay, where do I cut my how do I cut my pieces?
Where's my applique layout system here?
You want me to trim in the hoop? What?
Yep.
But yeah, completely different.
But beautifully done regardless.
Yeah,
it's just it is a different concept for sure. So don't be surprised by that.
Yeah.
Or be surprised and have fun with it.
Right.
Whatever you prefer. So
yeah, absolutely.
All right.
That's it.
I think that is what we have for you guys today. So OESD $59 purchase covers your freebie, which, as we talked about, is very easy to spend. By the way, it doesn't have to be on designs. It could be blanks. It could be vinyls. It could be tools. So if you're doing a freestanding part and you want the tools to help you do the pull through, that can all go. It doesn't have to just be designs. I know that's all we've talked about today, but that is not. It is any OESD product purchase.
Yes.
It just needs the OESD product purchase has to total $59.
Yes.
Well, doesn't matter what it is as long as it's an OESD product.
Absolutely.
And again, if you want multiple freebies, you just need to do individual $59 or more purchases. And that's how that works. So
easy peasy.
Start thinking about Christmas. Start thinking about your Thanksgiving tablescapes and all of that good stuff, because there's lots of beautiful things out there. I have to say, I know I saw that Shop of Horrors before, but I didn't want to stitch it. I don't decorate for
It's
but I just
adorable,
think
isn't it?
Adorable.
The creativity in like the vine pieces like popping out the windows. I mean, it's just
it is stinking cute,
right?
It's got spider webs in some windows. It's got vines crawling out of some other ones. Broken shutters. I mean,
it totally reminds me of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, maybe that's where they got that from.
Right.
But yeah, so, I liked this when we started it. I forgot how much I liked it. But now that it's all put together, I'm like, oh my gosh, look how big this is.
Yes, Jane is asking if there are replacements for the Perfect Punch holes. I think we actually have them in stock.
The tools?
Yeah, the replacement punches.
The punch parts.
Yep. Can you?
Yep.
We'll give you a link.
Give me a second.
It's in the.
Here we go.
Yep.
I'll just give her this link.
Okay.
Because maybe somebody else wants the link to the whole thing anyway.
Yeah, here is the link to the punch.
Just make sure that you select the right item that you're looking for.
They're kind of grouped together, so punch and extra tips. The different types of tipsy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Good job, Lisa.
Hey. I can type. That I can do.
You can type, yes.
I can type. You're most welcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Evidently, I can drop everything. I can lose things. I can do lots of things. And typing is one of them.
Yes. Yeah.
I've dropped how many things today?
I got funny hair today.
I have sunglass
it's doing its
headband
own
hair.
Thing. Yeah. I don't know what it's doing.
I'm using this new product on my hair, and I actually think I might like it.
Yeah.
My tips look way better.
I know. I looked at my leave-in conditioner today, and it has alcohol in it, and I was like, oh,
yeah. So I've been having super, super dry, yuck hair for quite some time now.
Yep.
And I went to a different stylist, and she was like, did you look at your, she was like, do you use leave-in conditioner? You really should use leave-in conditioner. I'm like, of course I use leave-in conditioner. With this hair, it's static cling heaven if I, it's, if I don't. And she's like, well, what do you use? And I told her, and she was like, have you looked at the ingredients? And I was like, well, no, it smells good. it doesn't static cling anymore.
Yeah.
And she was like, it probably has alcohol in it. And she was like, I really like this one. I'm like, I'll just take that one. Thank you. It also smells good, by the way.
What is it?
I will look it up I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, you should tell us all.
I will absolutely take. And then she gave me a split end
serum or
serum. So you use it after.
Yeah.
And it like stays on and it literally like glues.
But
it's not like sticky and gross. And I mean, I can tell the difference. I mean, I can feel the difference.
For sure.
And I can definitely see the difference. So, yeah.
There you go.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that.
Next week, we'll tell you what it is.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is my haircut in 2 different products was still cheaper than my old haircut. With the tip. With the tip.
Good tip, yeah.
With the tip.
Good deal. All right.
And it's the best I've seen my hair in quite some time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I'm trying not to add curl or stuff to it because that just makes it worse.
Yeah. It helps that it's been like 98%
you're so
humidity outside. What's the point, right?
Well, yeah. It's gonna rain. Let's curl my hair.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully it'll grow a little bit because I haven't been able to get it to grow.
Yeah. We have Gingerbread Christmas this weekend,
So
Friday
so
and
many of you
Saturday.
Are coming to play with us in store.
Yes,
it's gonna be so much fun.
So we'll be doing that Friday and Saturday, and or Friday or Saturday, it's not a 2 day, it's 1 day.
It's not a 2 day, it's 1 day.
Yep. So we'll see some of you online Friday.
Online, and maybe even here.
And maybe here, so. Yes. Yeah, we have a full. If everybody shows.
If everybody comes that says they're going to come in store, Friday is very full. We have just a couple coming in store on Saturday, which honestly it seems to kind of be the thing.
Yeah.
You guys always say you want classes on Saturdays, and then we book them, and then you choose the other day. But I get it. Weekends are, family time and got to get this done time.
Yeah.
So sometimes it doesn't work out. But yeah. So thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you saw something that inspired you. Lord knows we would both love to go home and stitch. So hopefully there was something in there that sparked your inspiration fire and you can get started.
Yes.
So, all right. I think that's all we have.
I think so. All right.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.